Hey, my name is Greg. I want to talk to you today about Visalus and being diabetic. January 7th, 2013, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So when I got to the doctor, they told me, the blood levels and A1A and all that stuff. Didn't really understand it, but they put me on the medicine, some Januvia or something like that. So I went to the pharmacist to get the medicine. It was like $280 for a 30-day supply. And I was like, I can't afford this. I'd been on the Visalus shakes before, and I'd got off, and I had some at home. So when I got home, I started taking the shakes that night. The next morning, I got up, called my doctor, and told him, I couldn't afford the medicine. Could they do anything, maybe something cheaper? And they're like, no. And they finally told me, well, come back to the office. We'll give you some samples. So I went back to the office, got a couple of weeks worth of samples. Came home, started taking the medicine, and at the same time, I was still doing the shakes every morning, every afternoon. And so when I get going, like 7 days into it, I start to notice my levels are real low. So I call my doctor back, and I'm like, my blood sugar level is so low that I need to take the medicine. They're like, no, if you get below a certain point, don't take it because it can lower you too much. So I said, all right. So I quit taking the medicine on the 7th day. It's a month later now. I still haven't taken any medicine. All I'm doing is doing the Visalus shakes. I do one every morning, and I'll do one either in the afternoon or at supper time. And my levels have been pretty much perfect. No medicine, no nothing. So I went to my dietitian, and I told her what I was doing, and she was looking at my numbers and everything, and she looked at my numbers, and she was like, "Man, you look good. Everything's going great. Your medicine seems to be working." Well, I told her that I hadn't been on medicine since the 7th day, 7 days into the diabetic state. And it was like 2 weeks later, and she's like, well, how are your numbers so low? I'm like, I'm doing the Visalus shakes, one in the morning, one at, lunch or supper. And she couldn't believe it. She was like, I can't, my son's diabetic, and she was telling me about him, and I said, well, maybe, try it for him. So she was really excited about it. But I'm more excited about it because, like I say, I have, $280 a month is a lot of money to me. And for me to do this for my body, do the shakes and feel the way I feel, more energy. Um, I'm working out, every once in a while now. I'm getting a lot more movement in my body. And I just feel a lot better. Like I say, anybody that might have any doubts about this stuff, I mean, I'm sure it's not a cure by no means, I wouldn't think. But for me, it has helped, and I'll stand by it 100% that, I'm off my medicine. I haven't taken any in over a month, and my levels are perfect every day. I take my blood 6 times a day, just checking, and it's been awesome. Saving that money that I was going to be paying, for the medicine, I can put it somewhere else. But that's kind of what I wanted to tell everybody, and like I say, just try it, see what it does for you, and hopefully it'll work like it has for me, for you. And it's a great product. Thanks.